Milk drunk. The baby took 2 gulps of milk and dozed off. Drowsy and content. I laid little down on the bed as gently as I could. I pulled out the breast pump and, in practiced motions, pumped the extra milk dry, whoosh, whoosh. When the bottles were full, I surfed the web aimlessly, savoring a rare moment to breathe. Suddenly a WhatsApp ping popped up. It was my sister-in-law, back in upstate New York, asking for the pump link. She'd given birth around the same time I had. I didn't think twice. I found the link and sent it. The next second she wrote, "So I just do it the way you did in your video, right?" I typed a yep, and was about to hit send when the word, "your," stopped me. "Sis, what video?" A moment later a clip landed in the chat. I tapped it, and my brain exploded. There I was, lifting half my shirt, pump in hand, narrating while I worked. Half my chest in full view, the clear plastic funnel leaving nothing, absolutely nothing, to imagination. Shot from overhead. I knew exactly who'd done it. Before we continue, smash subscribe and tell us where you're tuning in from. It could only be Dolores. During pregnancy I'd produced more milk than the baby could drink. Little took 2 sips and was done. The engorgement turned my breasts to rock, aching, throbbing rock, so I'd ordered a pump from Amazon. It helped. A lot. Dolores had gone from "my grandson can't drink stale breast milk" to "that gadget really works" in record time. I'm shy. I always locked the door when I pumped, keeping Dolores out so she'd never actually seen me use it, until yesterday, when she cornered me and demanded a demo. She claimed her friend was in agony with engorgement and she wanted to recommend the pump. I refused on the spot. Tons of tutorials online, Google it. She insisted those were scams. She had to see the real thing before she'd believe. I kept saying no, but Dolores wheedled and wheedled. Having been through the pain myself, my heart softened. We're all women, I told myself. What's the harm? Swallowing my embarrassment, I walked her through it, eyes down the entire time. I never imagined she'd film me on the sly. My ears rang. My sister-in-law kept asking, "Does squeezing hurt when the pump pulls?" Having my most private ordeal dissected in public left me burning with shame. My face caught fire. When I didn't answer, she got antsy. "Hello," Dolores said on her timeline, "anyone can ask you directly." A thought struck me. I jumped to Dolores's Facebook profile. Her newest post made the room spin, the exact same video. Captioned, "Son tested, mommy approved, free public service post." I saw red. I spammed her with delete demands, 0 reply. I dialed her non-stop until she stomped home. "What's so urgent?" I was in the middle of my line dancing class. So annoying. Dolores snapped, eyes rolling. I swallowed the lava in my throat and clenched my fists. "You filmed me without asking, posted it, and now you delete it. Now." She shrugged, utterly unfazed. "Serena, educating the clueless is a good deed. Why so dramatic?" She shoved her phone at me, gloating, "Look how hot the comment section is." One glance and my vision tunneled. Why bother with pumps? I sucked my wife dry myself. Let the baby help out. Agreed. Hubby duty, lucky guy. Dolores replied, "She's a prude. Hides to feed. Treasure this clip while it lasts. Your son's got premium stuff, mouth-watering. Never knew she was stacked. Skinny girls surprise you. Sure it's okay to squeeze that hard." Dolores whisked the screen away before I could grab it. My scalp prickled. "Delete it, now." She hugged the phone to her chest and sneered. "Why? They've seen everything already." She'd arrived to help during my postpartum recovery, but only cooed at little when boredom struck. Nora, our housekeeper, cooked every meal and handled every diaper. Dolores, the social butterfly, had friend every grandparent in the gated community within days. Bad news travels at light speed. How could I ever show my face here again? I raised my voice. "Mom." She darted into the guest bedroom and locked the door. Not deleting. I knocked. Silence. Afraid of waking little, I stopped. I slumped by the door just as Liam walked in. The second I saw him, tears spilled. I poured everything out. Dolores yanked the door open and barked, "Liam, don't buy her hysteria." I was educating people. Liam watched the clip, then shrugged. "Serena, you look fine. It's not that serious. You're overreacting." Dolores nodded. "Exactly. Dirty minds see dirt everywhere. Mom, easy. She just gave birth. Emotions run high. Reason with her, she's not petty. Right." He shot me a look. I gaped at him, stunned. They tag-teamed me as if I were the criminal. Dolores sniffed. I pressed my temples and lost it. "Oh, you're generous. Then whip yours out for the world. No one's stopping you. Though at your age, they probably sag to the floor. No wonder you hide them." "You," Dolores clutched her chest, gasping. "Apologize. Look how you've upset Mom." Liam steadied her, yelling at me. I rolled my eyes so hard they hurt. "Her breasts are sacred. Mine are public property. Spare me, you old troll." I slammed our bedroom door on their shocked faces. I sat on the bed, fuming and hurting, waiting for the storm in my chest to calm. I opened my phone to report Dolores's account. A new text from Liam popped up. Babe, I'm sorry, my bad. I made mom delete it. Don't stay mad. Okay. A screenshot followed. The post had vanished. I didn't answer. Liam kept texting over and over, begging me to forgive him. We'd been campus sweethearts who finally married. Usually he treated me very well. For him to jump to Dolores's side, even once, cut me deep. Pretending otherwise would be a lie. I froze Liam out for a couple of days, yet he stayed attentive, getting up every night to feed the milk-drunk baby. I thought the matter would simply die there, but one noon, right after I finished pumping, a strange text landed in my phone. Premium breast milk, price negotiable. Figuring it was spam, I ignored it. While I was putting the milk away, my phone erupted, buzzing non-stop. Do you make house calls? Courier works too. How much for the milk? Baffled, I stared at the screen when an unknown number called. I picked up. How's your supply? Plenty. Sweet. What's your price? Panicked, I hung up. More calls poured in, everyone asking, how much for the milk? Some creeps even greeted me with, hey, mommy. Terrified, I powered the phone off and the ringing finally stopped, but my mind refused to quiet. After I rejected call after call, someone texted, keep ignoring me and I'll show up at your door. Just wait. A chill snaked down my spine. I couldn't grasp why I was suddenly swamped with obscene calls and messages. All about milk. Milk. Alarm bells screamed in my head. I yanked the bedroom door open. Dolores lay sideways on the couch, one leg crossed, phone in hand, laughing. I crept closer and caught a glimpse of Twitter's comment section. A bad feeling curdled my stomach. I snatched the phone and saw she'd posted my pumping video on Twitter days ago. Dolores sprang up shrieking, what are you doing? Who said you could touch my phone? I screenshot the post, sent it to myself, deleted the tweet, then emptied the video from her album and even the trash bin. Dolores lunged, give it back. I gripped the device and demanded, who said you could post that? She hadn't disabled the location tag. Most of the lewd comments came from nearby users. Plenty of perverts comb location tags to track people down, and she had no clue how dangerous that was. She shrugged, a public service post is supposed to be seen by more people. Right. If she'd shared it only with her friends, I'd have been mortified. Now I was furious. Imagining thousands of strangers ogling me, my personal data already exposed, made me shake. Before I could stop her, Dolores wrenched the phone back, finding her post gone. She wailed, gods, what a sin. She vowed to fetch Liam to deal with me. Liam did come, because Dolores summoned him, except the meeting place was the police station. I had filed a report, following the officer's instructions. I called the most abusive numbers back. I asked how they'd obtained mine. Several said a Twitter blogger had posted it. I glanced at Dolores, but the creepiest answer was, stop pretending, your clip's plastered all over that site. If it's not for sale, why upload it? The police explained my video had likely been stolen and reposted on adult sites. Voice trembling, I asked, can those be taken down? The officer's face was grave. You know how the internet works. Once it spreads, wiping it out is nearly impossible. They advised me to change numbers. Dolores kept whining. All this fuss over nothing. You're wasting my line dancing time. I gave a cold laugh. This a nothing is your handiwork. If you hadn't filmed me and blasted it online, would I be here? Before she could retort, Liam jumped in. Watch how you speak to mom. Oh, so he isn't mute. Funny how he lost his voice when his wife and kid were under attack. Shut your yap and get lost, idiot. Before they recovered, I ducked into a cab. The more I replayed it, the angrier I grew. Back home I changed the front door code. Soon Liam and Dolores were outside punching numbers. Wait, it's wrong. I swear this was it. Try another. Still no. Finally realizing the code had changed, Liam called. Serena, are you home? Open up for mom and me. Serena, everyone has limits. Mom's not well. She can't stand in the sun. I almost laughed out loud. Forget that it was midsummer. With her iron constitution, I was the one who'd wilt in a breeze. I stayed silent. Dolores yelled, Serena, who gave you the right to change the code? I yawned and told Nora to carry little inside. Then I drawled, who gave me the right? It's my house. Any other questions? Dolores choked. Wordless. The place had been willed to me after my parents emigrated to Europe. Since the wedding, Liam and I had lived here. Watching her face flush and pale on the security feed, I smiled. Liam and Dolores conferred in whispers, heads together, too low for me to catch. Serena, you're upset. Mom and I will stay elsewhere tonight. Come talk when you cool off, Liam said earnestly. I gave no reply. As if sensing the camera, Liam looked back again and again, eyes full of regret. Messages from Liam flooded my phone. I flicked on Do Not Disturb. Every quarrel, he spam texts perfect apologies, then repeats the same behavior. Rinse. Repeat. In the past, I let it slide, but these last two incidents chilled me. Divorce flickered across my mind, clear and sharp. 3 days later, I let them back in. I could have banished Dolores to upstate New York. Yet every night, lying awake, I fumed until my breasts burned in hard, lumpy knots. Swallow the anger and the milk clogs. Skip revenge and the rage sticks in my throat. I'd once stumbled on Dolores's odd habit. She sleeps stark naked. The night Little ran a high fever and Liam was out. I barged into her room. Dolores lay spread eagle. Not even a stitch of underwear. I didn't know where to look. She barked. Eyes to yourself. Sleeping nude is healthy. Someone like you should know that. Later I probed Liam. He had no idea. I shrugged it off. Everyone's entitled to quirks. Now it would make my revenge a breeze. I ordered a micro camera through Amazon and stuck it in her bedroom. That night I opened the feed. There was Dolores. Bare as the day she was born. Scrolling on her phone. The scene was an eye-searing car crash. I snapped a couple of screenshots and was about to close the security app when Dolores suddenly stood up and walked straight toward the camera. I held my breath. She didn't notice. I exhaled. The next second I caught her doing something bizarre. She propped her phone against the table and actually started dancing. Looking delighted, I kept zooming in and froze. Dolores seemed to be on a call, a naked video chat. With whom? Whoever it was. It definitely wasn't Liam's father. Liam had told me Dolores had been forced to marry Harold. Harold was the strong silent type, and Dolores had always complained he had zero sense of fun. Besides, in all this time I'd never once seen her call Harold. When she tired of dancing, Dolores sat, pitched her voice syrupy, and cooed. Did I look good dancing? Gorgeous. Now let me see those breasts again. Definitely not Harold. Their back and forth turned my stomach. Didn't you say your son's wife has been engorged lately? What? You've got your eye on her? No, just asking. Dolores snorted. Humph. She's a total prude. I only posted a clip of her pumping milk and she kicked me out for 3 nights. Look at her. Still thinks she's young. Even my grandson is sick of her. If she didn't have those assets, he'd have dumped this washed-up wife ages ago. Without her, plenty of girls would throw themselves at my son. Truth is, some young thing is already clinging to him. I killed the footage. Shock after shock. Dolores on a nude call. Liam cheating. Mother and son, each filthier than the other. Now I knew why Liam had moved to the guest bedroom right after I gave birth. He'd claimed his snoring would disturb Little and me. I'd actually thought that was thoughtful. So that was it. Liam came home late. I lay in bed and heard him push the door open, drop a soft kiss on Little's cheek and one on mine, then pull the door shut again. A tear slipped out, rolled over my lip, bitter on my tongue. Liam and I had been college sweethearts. When my parents emigrated, I stayed behind for him. We made it to the altar, but the fruit we harvested was rotten. The word divorce exploded in my head. My eyes flew open. Divorce. I had to. Besides this house, my parents had left me several retail units in Manhattan. Because of our prenup, Liam wouldn't get a cent of those, but the rental income I'd earned and my salary during the marriage, he could claim half. And why should he? Next morning I posted Dolores's naked sleep photos on my Facebook feed. Captioned, Dolores swears by nude sleeping. So many health benefits. I pixelated every spot that needed it. Reading the comments cracked me up. Soon I heard bangs and clatters from the living room. Dolores was back, sweating and puffing. Delete them now. I smiled sweetly. Mom, such a great health tip should be shared. Pictures prove it. Right. Public service post. Her lips went white. I don't care. Delete it. You may not want face, but I do. I folded my arms. Funny, you can post, but I can't. Look how lively the thread is. She opened the post. I'd set visibility to Liam's relatives and a few neighborhood gossips who'd long hated Dolores's showing off. Their remarks, goodness, there's a man in that house. If he accidentally saw, I'd die of shame. Getting kinkier with age. I nearly let my husband see. Now he looks at me weird. No wonder her son's wife hides when feeding. Dolores would make her feel inferior. Let's help her spread the gospel of nude sleeping. Each auntie reposted to her own circle. Dolores's fingers trembled so badly she could barely hold the phone. She hammered out replies. So what if I sleep naked? Mind your own business. Perverts see filth everywhere. There's a man in the house. I gave birth to him. Why should I be shy? Before mocking me, check your own bucket waists and elephant legs. She kept firing in the comments, one after another, while I watched the meltdown. The brawl spilled over to Liam. Dolores, high on rage, blurted, your cousin's 35 and single. My son has 20-something girls crawling all over him. Liam's call came seconds later. Dolores frantically deleted her comments, but I'd already screenshot everything. He rushed home. Serena, take the photos down. That was his opener. Why did you install a camera in Mom's room. Dolores gawked. I shrugged. Illegal to put security cams in my own house. They were speechless. It felt incredible. You still can't, he started. I flashed the screenshots. You're cheating. Liam's pupils quivered. He stammered. Serena. Mom was just ranting. How can you believe that? I love you. I'd never cheat. I went into the bedroom. He followed, cajoling forever until I pretended to believe him. When he left, Dolores asked eagerly, did she delete it? Liam mumbled, Mom, it's pixelated. Nothing shows anyway. I only heard the slam of her door. First battle won. After that, Dolores smashed the camera and tossed the pieces at my feet. Mortified by gossip, she quit the line dancing group and skulked around with a black cloud. The darker her mood, the brighter my day. Calm days drifted by. On the surface, everything looked the same. I lay low, waiting for solid proof of Liam's affair. His phone was squeaky clean. All I could do was wait. The slip-up came faster than expected. One sunny afternoon, Nora and I took Little down for some vitamin D. Halfway in the elevator, I realized I'd left the bottle. I told Nora to wait and ran back up. The moment I stepped inside, I heard Dolores's laugh. Her bedroom door was half open. Maya, you're the only one who knows how to cheer me up. Not like that washed-up wife, forget it. Bad luck even to mention her. When you pick a wife, it has to be a sweet, sensible girl like you. Liam's lucky he found you. I thought for a second and realized Liam must have grown tired of Dolores's cold shoulder and invited his little girlfriend over to sweeten her up. I picked up a baby bottle, stayed silent, and went downstairs. The next day I took the initiative and told Dolores I was willing to delete the post. Dolores eyed me with suspicion. I tugged at the corner of my mouth. I'll delete it. But first I have to check your phone and make sure you haven't kept any copies. Humph. Didn't you delete everything last time? Even as she said it, her guard was already slipping. I raised an eyebrow. Fine. Forget it then. Dolores blocked my path while still pretending to be tough. Fine. Look. Once you're done, you erase everything. I nodded. I pretended to skim her camera roll, then claimed there might be copies on WhatsApp. In the chat list, I spotted a contact labeled Maya. I tapped it open and saw the girl's most recent post. A jolt of horror shot through me. Dolores snatched the phone back. I told you there was nothing left. Now delete your post. Hurry up. I deleted every last photo and status update right in front of her. Back in my room, I scrolled through my own WhatsApp contacts until I found that same Maya. It was the same person. The real name was Maya, 8, almost 9 years younger than Liam, and one of his students at Columbia University, Riverdale campus. I had even seen her the day I gave birth. She'd looked so demure. Who would have guessed she and Liam were carrying on an affair? She was the one who added me. All eagerness. If Professor Carter ever needs anything, just let me know. I'd never connected the dots. Yet there they were, matching avatars like a couple of teenagers. How brazen. I remembered Liam saying she was a good student. I opened the university's official Twitter account, and sure enough, she was listed among the honor roll students. Her intro said her grades were average, but she had already published several journal articles. For an undergrad to rack up that many publications was shocking. I searched the papers online. Every one listed Liam as the second author. I couldn't help questioning the authenticity. Still, I needed solid proof. Only hard evidence could ruin Liam and force him to leave the marriage with nothing. I hired a private investigator, but week after week he came up empty. If the opportunity refused to appear, I would manufacture one. That night happened to be my 5th wedding anniversary with Liam. Liam came home early. A little later, Maya showed up carrying a bakery box. When Liam opened the door and saw her, he froze. Why are you here? I stepped forward with a bright smile. Maya, thanks so much. I know it's late, but this bakery doesn't do delivery. Good thing you were nearby. Come on, we're about to eat. Join us. I took Maya's arm and led her inside. I turned to Liam with deliberate sweetness. Honey, I ordered this cake specially for our 5-year anniversary. Try a piece. Dolores's mouth hung open. No sound came out. Once we sat, I urged Liam to cut the cake. His hand trembled as he handed me the first slice. I followed his gaze and caught the lingering resentment in Maya's eyes before she could mask it. I smiled wider and passed the slice to Maya. Maya, do you have a boyfriend? She paused, then nodded. Perfect. Then this first piece is for you. May you and your boyfriend enjoy the same luck we did. Going from campus to wedding gown, I didn't miss the flash of mortification and panic in her eyes. I turned to Liam. Sweetheart, have you ever met Maya's boyfriend? Without looking up, he kept portioning the cake. Nope. I let it drop, because at that moment Nora carried Little into the room. The baby had just woken up crying. Catching my scent, his sobs softened but didn't stop. My grandson's starving. Feed him. Dolores bellowed. I unhurriedly accepted the warmed bottle from Nora. You have fresh milk right there, and you make my grandson drink that stale stuff. Dolores complained. Keeping my head down, I ignored her, foiled by my silence. Dolores pivoted to Maya. Dear, when you have kids, don't copy her. Babies need to nurse directly, only way they absorb the nutrients. Otherwise, why do you think women have breasts? The moment those words exploded from her lips, Maya blanched, forcing a grin. Mrs. Carter, I'm in no rush. You should be. This is your golden window. Maya shot Liam a silent plea. That's enough, Mom. Not the time. He muttered. Little gulped noisily and calmed down. Nora took him to burp him. Maya, be sure you think it through. I continued in the most earnest tone I could muster. The pain, the aftermath, engorgement, leaking, all of it. Torture. Really? Dolores frowned. Serena, quit scaring her. Dear, don't listen. Online there are pages and pages about the agony of childbirth. Dolores couldn't talk over all of them. I gave a small smile, but the second they wheeled me out of delivery, Liam said, one child is enough. I'm never putting you through this again. In that moment, it was all worth it. I gazed at him, eyes shining. Snap. Maya's plastic fork broke in half. She apologized in a rush, while Liam's tender gaze never left her. After that, I stayed quiet. Maya finished quickly and excused herself. Moments later Liam stood too. Something came up at school. I'll be back. He lied. I didn't try to stop him. Alone in the living room, I sat on the couch watching the stream of photos and videos arriving on my phone. In the clip, a man and woman shoved and clutched at each other. The footage was pin-sharp. The camera deliberately trained on their faces. Liam and Maya. After a minute, he pushed her into the passenger seat. They drove a short distance and pulled into the nearest hotel. They hurried inside. Before the door even shut, Liam was kissing her, all fire and passion. I stared at the lonely, cold moon hanging in the sky. Everything was unfolding exactly as I'd planned. I now possessed irrefutable proof of the affair. Yet an ache welled up in me anyway. Not for Liam, for the days and nights I had once given my heart to so freely. I organized the evidence and mailed an anonymous report to Columbia University's administration. Within days Liam was suspended pending investigation. Liam came home with a face like a thundercloud. Dolores had no idea what was going on and kept pressing him. Stop asking. I don't know. Liam suddenly exploded. I lay on the bed playing with Little, pretending I hadn't heard a thing. Dolores, as usual, had no sense of timing. At dinner, when Liam wouldn't answer, she spun toward me. I said flatly, Liam's sleeping with an undergrad. Dolores gaped, then shook her head. Impossible. Someone set you up. I'll march to Columbia and clear your name. This has to be a lie. She knew damn well he'd been cheating for ages. Yet here she was, playing innocent. With morals like that, Liam's behavior hardly surprised me. Dolores never actually went. Soon the investigation wrapped up. Liam and Maya were in an improper relationship, and he'd ghostwritten her thesis. Overnight, Maya was tagged academic fraud across every social feed. She was about to graduate and had a shot at graduate school. Suddenly, she was public enemy number one. To save herself, she posted a real name expose. Professor Carter had used his position to coerce and assault her. Thousands of strangers swarmed to crucify him. Dolores raged around the house. That witch threw herself at you and now claims you tricked her. Let me get my hands on her. I'll skin her alive. I never said a word through any of it. Serena, you can't leave now. Dolores pleaded, clutching my arm like a lifeline. Liam was just fooled. Every man stumbles. I tugged free. Liam had his head in his hands. Babe, I'm sorry. God, I'm so sorry. You're all I've got left. I can't lose you. Tears brimmed in his eyes. I knew he wasn't sorry. He was cornered. Job gone. Reputation shredded. I was the last asset he could seize. Still, the nerve of him. Look at this first. Liam glanced up, shot to his feet. You're divorcing me. I nodded. The papers had been ready for weeks. You cheated while I was in postpartum recovery. Pretty vile. Walking away with nothing seems fair. What? Dolores screeched, snatched the agreement, and shredded it. You're no saint either. My son's not leaving empty-handed. I looked past her to Liam, voice calm. Guess who wrote the report letter? He went slack. His pupils shrank. You, Why? I didn't bother answering. Obvious, cheating scum should pay. Right. Liam gave a bloodless smile. Dolores shrieked. It was you, Serena. You poisonous woman. My son only slipped. And you ruined his career. She lunged to claw me. I sidestepped, slipped into the bedroom. She pounded the door, spewing filth. I checked my phone and smiled. Right on cue. Dad, what are you doing here? Liam asked, confused. Perfect timing. Dolores crowed. This witch destroyed your son. Help me finish her. Harold had come to unload. All right, just not on me. I pulled up the living room security footage. Pulse racing. Harold fisted Dolores's hair, yanked his leather belt free, and whipped her. She screamed non-stop. Liam tried to intervene. Harold lashed him back. Dad, stop. Mom can't take this. What's going on? Harold, the quiet doormat his whole life, was unrecognizable, eyes blazing. Dolores's howls faded to whimpers. Slut. Flashing yourself online like I was dead. Love to dance. Let's strip you and give the world a real show. He tore at her blouse. Scraps flew. Liam dropped to his knees, forehead to tile. Dad, please, she'll never do it again. In the end, the cops stopped it. They took Liam in for questioning and hauled everyone downtown. I handed over the security footage, gave my statement, and walked out. Harold was held in custody for domestic battery. Dolores was hospitalized with serious injuries. When Liam came back, his suitcase was packed and blocking the doorway. I never cracked the door. Do you have to be this cruel? Save the act. Scram. Cheater. You called Dad. Sure. You two make me sick. He deserved the truth. I'd mailed Harold the screenshots of Dolores's naked video chats. Honestly, I hadn't expected his explosive strength. Remarkable performance. I hired a top-tier divorce attorney. Cost be damned. Liam refused to sign, but the evidence chain was airtight. His affair was bulletproof. Mom and Dad flew in from Europe for the final hearing. The moment I saw them, I collapsed, sobbing out every unspeakable grievance. All my armor melted. Dad paid Liam a visit. Whatever he said, Liam caved. His only request, visitation rights. I agreed. We split assets 50-50. He still walked off with half my rental income. The ink was barely dry when I began the emigration paperwork. I sold the house and the retail units. As little and I boarded the transatlantic flight. Liam called, frantic, why emigrate? If I want to see the baby, no one's stopping visits. I cut in. And maybe you'd rather our kid not grow up knowing Dad seduced his student. Liam went silent. I hung up without hesitation. Everything before this moment is past. Nothing to do with me anymore. Thanks for listening to today's story. If you liked it, hit like and share with friends. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more. See you next time.